Good day everyone! Welcome to today's virtual lesson, Subject-Verb Agreement. I'm Dencio, one of your instructors for this session. I hope you are all ready to dive into some exciting learning. But before we start, let's start with a quote, "Learning never exhausts the mind" by Leonardo da Vinci. So we're going to learn the basic rules of the subject-verb agreement, and we'll also need to learn to figure out sentences to identify subject-verb agreement errors and recognize the importance of proper grammar in conveying meaning effectively. I know, class, that you already have knowledge about nouns and verbs, but let's have a brief review of the definition of each and their roles in a sentence. So now it's a word that names a person, place, thing, or animal in a sentence. It also serves as the subject or the object in the sentence. While verb is a word that conveys action, occurrence, or state of being, expressing what the subject is doing or being. For example, we have here, Margie loves walking every morning. Maria loves eating mango. Based on the given sentences, class, who is the doer of the action? It's Margie and Maria, right? Yes or yes? Yes. So what action does the verb describe? In our example number 1, the verb there is Margie loves walking, and Maria loves eating is the verb in example number 2. Loves walking and loves eating, those are our action verbs. So class, did you now understand the difference of noun and verbs? Yes or yes? Yes, of course. So now let's move on to our subject-verb agreement rule number 1, which is singular versus plural. A verb agrees with its subject in number. Singular subjects take singular verbs, and plural subjects takes on plural verbs. For example, the dogs barks loudly. Class, do you think this sentence is correct? The answer is no. But if the sentence is like this, the dog barks loudly, it is correct since it is singular. And if the dogs bark loudly, it is still correct since it is a plural. Example of plural. Class, always remember that a verb always agrees with its subject in number, okay? For our rule number 1, don't forget that. So moving on, our rule number 2, which is compound subject. It is when joined by and are plural and take a plural verb, or while joined by or and nor take a verb that agrees with the last subject. For example, milk and cookies are a delicious snack. Class, do you know what part of a speech that was used to bring two subjects together? It is and, right? So, what part of speech this word falls into? Is it verb, noun, or preposition, or interjections? It is preposition. So another example is celery or spring onion works fine. Fish and chips are delicious. These are the example of our compound subjects. In our rule number 3, we have her example. He is a singer. We love amazing places. They are confident. Those are examples of rule number 3, which is personal pronouns. Personal pronoun is a short word we use a simple substitute for the proper name of a person. Each of the personal pronouns shows us the grammatical person, gender, number, and case of the noun it replaces. When using the be form of verb, there is an exception. In this case, the verb is used according to the number and person of the subject. Our first person singular, the pronoun there is I. Verb is am. For example, I am confident. Another example is I am brave or I am strong. In our first person plural, the pronoun there is we and the verb is are. For example, we are confident, we are strong. For our second person singular and plural, the pronoun used is you and the verb is are. For example, you are confident, you are strong, you are brave. And if we have first singular and plural and second singular and plural, we also have third person singular. The pronoun is he, she, or it. The verb is. For example, we have an example which is he is confident, she is confident, it is amazing, or it is awesome. For our third person plural, the pronoun is they, the verb is are. For example, they are confident, they are brave, they are strong. Those are examples of personal pronouns using the first, second, and third person of singular and plural. So, class, based on our discussion earlier, we already learned the 1/3 rules of subject-verb agreement. And what are those rules again? First, we have the rule number 1, which is singular versus plural. Rule number 2, compound subjects. And rule number 3, personal pronouns. And so now let's test your understanding with a few quick evaluation questions. I will pose the questions and you have 10 seconds to think about your answers. Okay? Just choose the correct form of the verb that agrees with the subject. So, class, are you ready? Here is your first question. Your timer starts now. The answer is are. Question number 2. The answer is. Either my mother or my father is coming to the meeting. Okay? Question number 3. The answer is are. The dog or the cats are outside. Question number 4. Either my shoes or your coat is always on the floor. The answer is. Question number 5. The answer is don't. George and Tamara don't want to see that movie. Question number 6. The answer is doesn't. Benito doesn't know the answer. Question number 7. The answer is. One of my sisters is going on a trip to France. Question number 7. The answer is lives. The man with all the birds lives on the street. Question number 9. The answer is takes. The movie, including all the previews, takes about 2 hours to watch. And the last question, the answer is want. The players as well as the captain want to win. Okay, class, did you all get the correct answers? Very good. If not, better luck next time, okay? So, since we're already done, see you again in our next virtual meeting. Goodbye, class, and take care.